Hey, what's up, guys? So this past week, I ended hitting my 1 year anniversary of when I had my laminectomy. I'm sorry, um, my fusion surgery on my L4, L5 disc. Yeah, it's been a year already. It's been a tough year. It's been an up and down year. Well, like I said, I'm just gonna just kind of give you guys a little bit of things of what I went through and what I'm still currently going through right now at this moment. So some of you guys are going through the same thing. I don't know. Hopefully, you guys can share something that you guys are doing that that could probably help me out, help anybody else out. But just let me know. But yeah, as far as like I said, the first 7 weeks that I did after my surgery, my fusion surgery, was pretty rough. I ended up having a nerve that ended up getting pinched on my bottom L5, L6 disc. I'm assuming during an operation or something, it just ended up getting lodged in there. So about 3 weeks after my actual initial fusion surgery, I ended up getting rushed back to the hospital because I just could not. The pain that was going through my leg was just it was unbearable. Um, so I ended back in the ER where I ended up getting a laminectomy again. So the laminectomy, they ended up taking that off. So I started doing that. So I ended up spending a little bit more extra time at home than I thought I was. I was trying to get the initial timeline of trying to get back to work and within by like New Year's. That did not happen. It happened more like in the middle of January, a couple extra weeks. But during that process, what I was noticing a lot was just that I kept feeling still little shocks or whatever going down my left leg. So with that being said, when I went back to work, and I want to bring this up, still to this day, I do not lift anything off the ground. So I don't feel like I'm anywhere near fully healed. Um, I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that it continues to get better. I do feel like like it is progressing little by little, comparing to I was the month before, and then the month before that. And it's just due to the fact that, like I said, I do go to the gym. I try to go to the gym every day. Not every day is lifting. Um, Kind of since the first day I started. Like I said, it took me almost 7 weeks to get back to work. But after that, I didn't start going back to the gym until I think it was like the first second week of February. I can't think of which one it was. So this from like November 24th of last year to like the second week of January of February before I ended up going back to the gym. And then I did some therapy, and then from there, I just started doing like my own therapy at the gym as far as walking because they told me just stay walking. So I started to stay walking, steadily stay walking. I started incorporating bands. I think like the same month, I believe. I started incorporating just kind of bands, just kind of moving around because I felt like my muscle was just like my mass or just my muscles were not being used. So it felt strange. So I needed to do something for that. So I started to do that. But in that process, you can feel that the back was just super sensitive. So I had to kind of back off of that a little bit and then just continue to just walk, stretch, but not fully stretch, because you can't, you can't, it's a sensitive area back there. So I try to be very careful what I did. Um, but like I said, the one thing that I said like I was saying to this day, even like at work, I don't lift anything. Like if it's something off of the ground, something like that, I say a box. I don't really lift anything at work to begin with. But if there is, something I gotta move, I don't move it. I don't, even if I know I can handle the weight, it's not the weight. And like if you're out there watching this, probably because you have a bad back or you're either coming off of it or you just had surgery or something. My experience, I'm a year in, and I still do not lift anything off the ground. Not in that kind of case. Yeah, I'll move like stuff for here in the house, like small stuff. But if it makes you think like, should I do it? I ain't doing it. There's no way. There's no way to test myself. I'm not gonna do it, and I don't want to go back to what got me last year. It's that pain is so unbearable that it makes me think twice, and I think psychologically it just and mentally it messes you up. So for me, it's always been kind of that's what I've been doing. So like I said, I've been kind of blessed that I've been able to get away through it at work. I do work in a warehouse, um, but it's up more in my own little office. I know some people can't have to go back to work at some point and they lift, and you know um, that's tough. So like I said, for me, for my the way my incisions worked, I mean, there was like four incisions. They were pretty big, about I say about an inch each, which were pretty big. They healed pretty good. They feel pretty nice. I don't feel like I said I don't feel anywhere like I'm 100%. I don't feel anything like that. I still feel awkward. Um, Everything I do, I base it off of what happened a month before. So I do notice that there's different things. Like I'm gonna bring this back, the basketball thing back up. When I first started playing basketball again at the gym, within I think the first month that I was there, I was just trying to shoot, just a simple 4 feet, 4 feet right underneath the rim, just kind of letting my wrist move. Um, but then when the ball would hit the ground or it would land on the ground, I had to bend. I could not bend. I would try to get down, like kind of squat the best I can just to grab the ball. And if that happened more than a couple times, I would back out of it and go home or just do something else. But I would not. I would stop doing it. It was that painful. But little by little, month to month, I started noticing I was able to back it up. I started doing more 8 foot jump shots, and then got to the free throw line, and I was able to move, like bend down a little bit more to grab the ball. So that's kind of how I gauge my stuff. Like I said, in the gym, still to this day, I still just incorporate a lot of bands, a lot of machines. I started to use a few dumbbells in the past probably 2.5 months. Nothing heavy, 20 pounds, 15 pounds, and started just doing normal stuff. When I first started to do the dumbbells again, I started noticing that even when I was moving, like a lateral movement with for shoulders, I started feeling my back just because that little movement that people that you do to myself that got a bad back, you can feel every movement. And so I kind of slowed down on doing that. So I started going down on the weights and that's just kind of how I push myself and I base everything I do. I don't try to push to a point where I ain't trying to lift hard or heavy. Those days are gone for me. Um, but the one thing I do have to say that it's just this whole process of the past years has been kind of brutal. It's been this has probably been my more tame physically year that I've ever had, or less physical I've ever had. Um, because I can't this year I did not go bike riding whatsoever because it just kind of it felt uncomfortable and a few times I did try to attempt just to go around the block. It wasn't like it hurt, just wasn't comfortable. So I backed out of it. I said, "There's no point in doing it." Um, but I continue to try to do the best as far as stretching. Continue to do my bands. I continue to try to do more movement. I use that little percussion, the little massager for like my leg. To this day, I still feel like I got this. There's a nerve that's got to be messed up on my leg. I get these cramps, like these really big knots, like on my calf area and the back of my leg, like really hard. I've never ever experienced in my life. I've never had cramps prior to the surgery ever. Um, so I'm sure there's some nerve damage done there. That part's the only part that gets me a little bit nervous because it hurts. Sometimes I'm just laying down in bed and I move my leg to one side and I get this big massive cramp and man, it's it sucks. And so that's the only thing that I feel like is lingering on. Like I said, my back I'm gonna keep just doing what I'm doing. Hopefully it doesn't. I can start doing more normal stuff. Hopefully by next summer. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what else to say. Like I said, it has not been easy, but I got the support. My wife, my kids, they push me, and my wife's been she's been hell of support for me and my family too. So I've been blessed with that, and I just want to be able to go do more stuff. Like I said, I'm not young, but I don't feel like I'm old. I'm 42 years old. I stay in shape. I'm injured, but I stay in shape, and I just want to be able to get back out there and just not have to worry about this. This is just for people out there that don't have a bad back. It's hard to describe. I just know is that it's not a fun thing. So like I said, I just recently bought this thing, the Segway scooter, because I want to be out there and I want to hit the trails. It's super cold right now already, so I can't really go out there. But I'm hoping that next year I just be able to go out there and just enjoy the scenery, the being outside, doing the whole things that I just did not do this year. And I don't want to waste another year, so I'm gonna just do whatever. If I have to, do something electric like this, I'm okay. But I still got to be careful. But you can only live one day at a time. If I missed anything here, let me know. Or if you guys have any ideas or any advice on what you guys are doing to try to help you guys out, please let me know. But if there's anything I missed and you just want to know, or maybe like I said, I didn't say something properly or I didn't say something in detail. Like I said, I wasn't meaning to shoot this video. I just like a couple weeks ago, I just thought, man, it's been a 1 year thing. I just want to give you guys a quick update of what I've gone through. But besides that, man, I hope everybody just It's cool. It's doing good. If you're about to go through a surgery, um, the only thing I can say to that is stay positive and don't push it too much. I pushed myself, I think, a few times a little too early, where my mentality was never like, like, give it time. It's like, I thought right off the bat, you know what? If it's about pushing hard, I'm gonna get through this like it's nothing. Motivation is never something I could push myself to do. But my advice to you is don't push it. Don't push it. It's gonna heal. Let it heal. You just have to do just enough where whatever the doctor tells you or however you feel comfortable doing, but don't push it past that limit. It's not worth it. You're gonna regress or something's gonna happen. So just that's my only advice. Take it easy. Do the most you can without, I don't know how to say, without, only you know how much you can push. So do that and stay positive and stay consistent. Like I said, that's the one main thing that no matter what I do, I'm gonna stay consistent, and I'm gonna get through it at some point. And hopefully, you guys can see this, and hopefully, one day, I don't know if this year, next year, or well, not this year anymore, but maybe next year, you'll be able to see me in a basketball court and shooting around and doing all the fun stuff, and I don't know, living life. And so one day I'll get back to being Danny again. But till then, um, yeah, you guys take care. And like I said, if you guys are going through something like this, just be safe, take it easy, don't push it, and yeah, man, leave some comments on the bottom if, like I said, if you have something that maybe I missed or you want to know in detail, let me know, and I will let you know, man. Thanks, man. Peace.